getting dinner with another billionaire today. This is crazy. The network that I'm exposed to right now. So it's actually going to be two billionaires. Just some backstory. During the 2008 financial crisis, Ken, he had a massive real estate fund, and he knew that there was a huge opportunity because these multifamily assets, he buys apartment complexes, usually from 2 to 300 units at a time. He knew that they were trading at like 50, 60 cents on the dollar, but there was no one that would lend him money. So what he did is he went to Canada and he met someone who was exposed to this large network of Canadians that got him the funding that he couldn't get in the US. So he started this massive Canadian fund, raising like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, buying up all of these assets from 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, giving them on 60 cents on the dollar. The guy that made that possible is this guy that we're getting dinner with tonight. And I don't know really anything about him. I know that he moved from Canada. He was living in the US. He travels most of the time. He's living in somewhere in Mexico right now. And he's flying in just for this dinner. And Ken's bringing me. That's really amazing that he's doing that for me, exposing me to these kinds of people and allowing me to learn all of these gracious things. It's amazing the situation that I'm in. So I don't know what I'm going to learn. I don't know really anything about this guy. I looked up his name, and when you look it up, his net worth is not just 1 billion, it is multiple. It's crazy. I'm honestly speechless because this is now virtually every single week that I'm doing something like this. You know, who picks up the bill when two billionaires go to dinner together? This time it was Kenny. uh, no one's stressed about the bill. We went to some really nice steakhouse for 5 people. The bill was over $1,000, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, I should send Ken some money, pay for the tip or something." I just felt bad. I was like, "Fuck, this is crazy. This is so expensive. Why would someone just pick up the entire bill?" And then I realized he makes millions of dollars per month. And then I just laughed it off and I said, "You know what? This isn't going to impact him too much." Uh, so it was a great dinner. They don't even care about the bill because when you're that rich, money is almost meaningless, or that amount of money, it doesn't affect you. It would be literally like giving $1 to your friend, or $1,000. I mean, fuck, that for just a regular Wednesday night dinner is insane. They were talking about some super high level stuff too. I've never seen Ken talk about things this high level. I want to talk about it, but I don't know. I think I'm allowed to. I actually just made a video going over it, but I had to scratch it because I can't talk about it. I mean, it's very private details. So I would love to tell you guys, but this was like a closed end meeting that I just can't release to the public. I maybe no, I definitely can't. So I'm just going to leave that at it. But these guys were really cool. I am beyond tired now. I mean, I look like a raccoon because my eye bags are just developing because I'm so tired. So it's another busy day tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out with those guys all day tomorrow too, which is nice. Being a fly on the wall in those types of conversations, it's something that you don't forget easily. It's really incredible how effortlessly they give extreme amounts of value based upon the experience that they've had. One of the big things that they were talking about is people don't necessarily, when they say they want to add AI to their business, they're usually not talking about their AI. They're talking about automations. And that's something that Kenny's done very well. But he says he'd only give himself about a B minus, a B. Automating systems to where you can have systems in place via employees, via technology, that they know what to do and they do it. Let's just use McDonald's as an example. They automated food. They had all these stations which cut everything up instead of having one person do everything. Same thing with Ford versus Ferrari model. Ford just automated the car so they could mass produce them. That is the same thing that these people want to do to their businesses. How do you automate different portions of your business so it can continuously grow without needing to be micromanaged, and you know who is accountable for what? One of the problems that they had was they had of just all the properties and all the numbers matched together. And then they had all the accountants and all the people working on all of those numbers. And the problem was no one could take responsibility if something went right or wrong because they could all say, oh, we were just doing our job. So now they all have very particular tasks. You have six accountants to a property, or you have one accountant to six properties. So it is very clear what the metrics are, what they need to be looking at. And those are all in-house accountants. They also have that for the property managers, for everything. They all have a very defined task and an automated system which can be done or replaced pretty darn easy. That's what is needed to scale a business. Without automating different sequences and portions of your business to where it can run in quasi autopilot mode, you're going to have a really, really tough time. And I think that's part of the reason why these guys grow to billion-dollar businesses, because they can automate multiple segments of a business. And what that's like is playing this massive chess game where your business is all the pieces on the chessboard, but they're all vitally important. Having your pawns set up and these automated sequences are what allow you to make these different attacks with the rook and the knight and the queen. But you need to have everything in place and be able to see where the cracks are and hopefully be able to fill them out. Anyway, I mean, I'm spewing jargon right now because I'm about to pass out because I'm so tired and I got to wake up and do it again tomorrow. Goodbye.